Alright, everybody, we have returned from our quickie break of quickiness. This is, of course, the 5D&D where we're playing some fucking Dungeons and motherfucking Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
I think Cameron has something he wants to do as an immediate thing for the GM to the players. So let's see this.
So we're done with the inn right now. Let me see. Frath headed up to bed. Eladriel, I don't know where you are staying precisely. You're heading off to your...
Staying outside and drinking for now.
Okay. And as Yazata and Zenyasa are heading back to their apartment.
Shared cohabitation space.
Yes, your shared cohabitation space. That happens to be in 2 separate rooms? Or
Correct.
Is it the same
Yep.
room?
Definitely separate rooms.
Separate rooms. Had to make sure now.
You just got friend zone, bitch.
Right.
So, as you are walking back, this lady walking towards you looks at you. Give me a perception check.
Sorry, who is...
Josh, give me a perception check.
All right.
Yazata.
I rolled a 1. All right.
Some in the eye.
So my perception ends up being, I think I have a +4 bonus, but I'm gonna fail it probably.
Yeah, I mean you roll 1. You
Yep. Yep.
But so you're just kind of walking along, and your head's up in the cloud. You're thinking about what you're going to be doing, what's actually going to be happening in Esterlin, and this old lady just steps right in front of you and stops you. And she takes a card out of her hand and thrusts it at your chest, and she says, "I saw you, Wanderer. I know you."
All right. I guess that I'm not terribly superstitious, so I'll just take
hold
it.
on. I'm curious. Am I actually there? Did we discover that or not?
Yeah, you guys are walking back together. You probably about 5 to 10 feet behind.
Yeah. So are you going to recognize her? Well,
that is a good question. Do I recognize her?
Not if you
Yes,
fails
you
a
do,
perception
Fig.
check.
Okay.
Well, Fig, okay, give me a perception check, Fig.
All right. So we got a 16 plus my perception
Don't
bonus, which
roll
is
a
pretty
1.
good. Well, I got a total of 20. So.
Yes, you recognize her. It is the old lady who pulled you aside, or who you went to.
Okay. So I don't attack her, basically. Good.
No.
Okay.
No.
You could. You could.
All right.
I'm not going to. Lawful good. I would just stop her from attacking my friend. It's gonna be so weird playing lawful good. I am not good at this at all.
I'm sort of gonna be like surprised, but I guess I'll accept it. I'm not terribly superstitious, so people shoving. Obviously, I mean, I guess I can probably see that it's a card, right?
In our super awesome secret language, I simply state to you that this is the same wise woman from before.
She doesn't really notice that you are even there at all, Fig.
I mean, I get that.
And she just says, "The Wanderer, I saw you. Your journey is going to be long. You will find many companions along the way."
I'm just going to sort of glare at her. I'll take the card. I'm going to take it out or snatch it out of her hand and then just glare at her.
You will find the spirits of animals along your way, and they will help you. There are great powers at work around you. Be prepared. You will be tested. You will be tempted. And you will be tempered. What you see is not what is happening. Be ready for it to be revealed to you. And then she just walks away. And leaves the card, like, pushed into your chest, into your robe.
Well, I mean, he grabbed it.
I'm taking it, though. That's fine. I'm just going to look at her, sort of glare as she walks off, and then be like, crazy lady.
Well, not only that, but, you know, right here to look at her and say that was rather rude.
Give me a religion check, Josh.
Sure.
I'll make one, too.
He's Jewish.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Cock
can
die.
make one too. Big.
Cameron.
Did you roll
that went from a 1 to a 20.
Okay, great.
So, all right. Well, my distribution.
You think she actually had something to do with what you were looking for in your journey, and that she might have actually pointed you along the right way, and that what she gave you actually will
For anybody who
actually-
wants to see the card, it's on stream now.
will
Just
guide
saying.
you to your goal.
All right. That's okay. I still think she's crazy, but she may be manipulated by a higher power. So
You do believe that had happened.
I'll accept that crazy people can be used by whatever deities are existent in this world.
Sometimes the crazy people are the ones who foretell the future.
Yeah.
Like that Jesus
Good
fella.
enough. So I feel like at this point we fast forward.
No
to
wonder your mom keeps texting me.
Oh,
Ooh.
shots fired.
Fired at the shots. The shots, they're on fire, in fact.
It's gonna be that kind of game. All right, bitches.
So I imagine that at this point we can convene on the scene at which we've all gathered together in some location of things.
Yes. So the next morning, bright and early in the morning, you guys are all at the north gate
Rendezvous place.
of Mercenaire, and Big Steve is there. He is actually standing on the back of a wagon. It looks like he's really ready for a lot of people to come help. And then he kind of starts getting a little anxious when only 4 people show up.
Okay.
And he starts eyeing everybody and then just trying to act like he's being very, very positive about the situation.
Can I make
He's
another-
excited
can I make
and really
another
happy
insight
that we
check?
have 4 people.
What was that?
Can I make another insight check?
Yeah.
All right. 8.
Should I roll insight? I might get a better job than you do.
Probably.
Josh, you think he thought there was going to be more people. He thought that he had
okay.
offered a lot more money
He's
than
not
most
as
people
cool
were
as he
really
thinks
worth.
he is.
And he had really tried, and he's really anxious.
Okay.
So
We're not going to talk about my 4 insight. I'm not paying attention to him at all.
I may have
you're
to
not.
start rolling.
You know, there's a slug on the ground that's slowly walking towards your foot, and you kind of feel like you don't like it.
Why do I
I'll
have
take a step back.
why do I have the feeling that this is a trap?
Can you give me an insight on that one?
3.
You think this is easy money?
So I think Devin might just be our savior.
What do I need to roll? Perception?
Yes, please.
I mean, if you want to, you could roll an insight check just to see if there's anything.
I don't have any
Fishy?
insight. I could.
Well, insight is something you can still roll. It's,
Yeah,
it
I know.
doesn't
I'm
get
just
your
saying it's not
preference.
going to go well.
Well, I mean, you
we
add
had
your
a
whiz mod.
wonderful
Don't you have a decent
3.
wisdom?
I do, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. All right. 16 plus 4. 20.
Okay. you got way better than all of us by like 10.
Do you think that Big Steve is actually like really scared that he's never going to see a shipment, and he does not have a lot of faith in these 4 people in front of him?
He's just
But
wrong.
he really wants he really needs this.
So Big Steve is a little bitch.
Okay.
Nah, I don't know about that, Eddie. I think he's just he's got a lot of money invested here, and he can't have this go bad. And he tried and he tried and he tried, and all he got was 4 people.
So I catch that about him, but it doesn't really phase me because I'm not here for him. I'm mostly here just to
Right.
find information, so I just kind of
Okay.
ignore that.
All right. So now we're actually getting to traveling off to Esterlin. Now, do any of you guys actually have mounts, or otherwise are we just going to be doing
I
a
do
walk
not.
to Esterlin?
I do not.
Yeah, I don't think a mount would want me on its back.
I don't think.
so-
No. I don't. I at least like. There's only one background I think that gives you
A mount by default.
a cart or a mount or anything that I know of.
But
So-
I speak
Right,
to
I don't think
animals,
any of
but
us
that
have
doesn't mean they'll let me ride them.
Right.
Yeah, same here.
I'm going to reiterate, I don't think any horse wants me on its back.
Yeah. All right. So it's going to take us about 3 days to walk to Esterlin along the road.
So is he just like with like a wagon of his own, or like is he just on foot? Like what's exactly going on in that regard?
He's not going with you.
Oh, that's right.
He is.
He just told us to
saying that
go?
Yeah, then
Yeah.
what was the wagon for?
He was expecting a crowd to be there so that people could see him, as he's explaining and sending them all off to get his shipment.
He's a
And-
turd.
Okay.
What a punk.
He's like, look, I have a wagon.
He
Well,
said
so-
that he's not a fighter. He
After-
can't deal with anything, and he's really scared
Right.
of kobolds.
I get that. So after we set off, there's going to be a
Side-
point midway through, like the first, like half hour of our trek, if you will, where my character's going to, very deliberately walk up to each of the other two, and it's just for random sake, starting with Ladriel here. She's going to approach him at some point and say that my name is Zenyasa of the Kimbat Tool. It'll be a pleasure to accompany you on this journey, and give him a slight bow.
Well, I'm Eladriel, and as long as you keep up your end of the fight, that's all you need to know.
You need not worry about me. And then she's going to go over to Frath and very much so do the same thing. I am Zenyasa of the Kimbat Tool. It'll be my pleasure to join you on this journey.
Yeah, okay.
And then she'll
Awesome.
continue on.
All right. So, as you guys are walking along, can somebody give me a D8 roll?
I certainly motherfucking can. And 4!
What? Which one of these is that one?
The one that has 8 sides.
You lost me at math.
Okay.
It's
All right.
counting!
Eduardo, the
Jesus.
triangle that isn't a pyramid.
Wait. Steve, does Nightbot do like dice rolls?
I don't think so.
If you
Because
buy
that would be
app-
like a good feature, just like group interaction. Just like, all right, chat.
Chess. All right. You know what, Eddie?
We'll see if I can set it up.
For you, I have just made a red D8 in Tabletop Sim.
Okay.
You can identify it through that.
Ooh, I don't
snap.
have one of those. Wait, hold on.
That is a D8. For anybody who doesn't know, that is a
Eduardo, I've
D8.
seen you buy sets from
God,
Chessex.
stop moving it, you
have one.
fuckbag! I'm trying to center it. There we
I
go.
got it.
That is a
Okay.
die 8.
Okay.
That is a die 8.
It's a
fucking
fucking D8 today.
I mean, seriously, it's the one that has 8 sides. How is
Who
that hard to
invited
figure
the
out?
leprechaun?
Okay. So.
Anyway, so I got a 4 on the roll.
You rolled a 4. All right.
Yeah.
So, on this first day's journey, you actually come across several parties of refugees that are fleeing Esterlin along the road. They're heading south. They look like they have carts full of some furniture, some clothes. Like, some of them have a lot more. Some of them are just like the bare minimums. There's several groups of people that are like just walking with a stick and maybe a bag over their shoulder, but not much at all. Most of them look hungry and tired.
Okay.
Um,
Like, now, when you say hungry, how hungry are we talking?
like they probably haven't eaten in 2 days.
Okay. So, I'm going to offer them some of my rations.
Okay. They gladly accept. How many of them do you give away? You pass about 5 people that you want that look like.
I would give some food to each of them. It wouldn't be like a huge amount, but at least some to like make them not die in the next 24 hours, kind of thing.
Okay.
If they look that starving to my character, she's going to give food.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ! Why'd you flip the table? Or whatever the fuck you just
Nobody
did.
flipped table. What?
Well, I don't know.
What just happened?
All of
Oh, I was
the,
going to show the
holding-
stream that, but
What?
I guess not.
What happened?
All the
what
holders started moving.
I don't know. Something.
That was ridiculous.
It is still in early access. So.
Yeah. Well, I think it just came out of early
No,
access.
because I was messing with the dice, but like I didn't touch anything else, so I don't think it was me.
I was just.
So we're gonna
zooming
go ahead and
out.
say Gerhalte here. He like flipped the fucking table basically.
Well, I guess
Uh,
we rewinded and we're back
anyways.
at the town.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So continue. Sorry.
So yeah. So I just want to make the point that she'd offer food to each of the people if they look starving like that.
All right. So we're at the end of day 1. You guys are about here-ish on the map. Let me see.
Map.
Oh, me.
Zooming the fuck in. We're about here on the map. By the way, if anybody wants to see the map, exclamation point D&D map. D&D map.
Do not
Are you
disturb.
guys? It's come to evening time. You guys have really just passed people that are. You're the only people heading this way on the road. Everybody else is going the other way.
Do they seem
Right.
scared?
They seem, kind of scared, really tired, really like they have a reason to be getting away from where they were.
Hmm.
They definitely did not want to be in Estrelin anymore. They were seeking refuge elsewhere.
Do any of them say anything on the way past us?
Well, we could also ask them. You know,
That's what I mean. Like passive conversation as they stop for a break, or we see someone stopping for 5 minutes or whatever.
So let me see. Can we get a charisma check?
I could do that.
Who's wanting to talk to people?
I mean, I definitely would be as well. I mean, we don't all have to talk to the same people,
Okay.
so.
Why don't you both give me charisma checks real quick?
That will be an 8. God, my die hates me. I'm gonna switch dice.
All right.
So I got 8. Did you get a fucking another 1?
No, I got it 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna seriously, like, I may just have to pull up Python and just do like a random int, because that's gonna be more impartial than my terrible dice rolls. Okay. So I'm gonna get no useful information. I've accepted that.
So the people actually just feel like there were raiders in town, and some of them saw some kobolds. Some of them had family members that were actually killed while they were leaving. There were some people. There were people that were casting spells, but they weren't too sure what exactly they were doing. A lot of them didn't understand the languages that people were talking. But there were, if anybody had anything of value as they were leaving, any group that had anything that looked like it was worth something was being attacked. And so most of the people just have
barely anything.
Wooden furniture, if anything, in a cart. Everything that they have is plainly visible, and it's not very much. Okay. Nothing of real value left the town.
But they look like they are leaving.
Oh, yeah. Any of them that you talk to have definitely said that they are looking for a place to, either a new place to live, or they're looking for help from the guards in Zelene.
All right. Well, seems like we're not going to get that much information from them. So,
I mean, we did gather a little bit that they're definitely kind of fleeing, which is a good thing to know.
Okay.
Oh, this is fun, Cameron.
For anybody who doesn't know what that weird sounds in the background are, it's this. They're fucking with all the fucking things we have on the map. There's like the humping.
My wings fast enough.
It's that. That's what's happening. So
yes,
there you
we're
go.
having fun in tabletop sim while we can.
That sounds very fatalistic.
Yes. We'll be doing it a lot. All right, so you guys hit the end of the first day. Are you just going to set up camp? Anybody going to be watching guard? How are you guys gonna do that?
Definitely setting up camp. I'm not going to just sit there and go like, fuck it, we're just going to pass out on the road. And if there is a watch, my character will likely take the first 2 sections of it.
Okay. All right. Anything else going on? Anybody doing anything special?
I'll check the camp area, see if there's any herbs for herbalism.
Okay, go ahead and give me, what's it, an investigation or a search? Which check are we looking at here? Give me a nature check.
Nature check.
Nature!
Let me see, what is that actually?
Intelligence.
God damn it, int checks?
I know, int checks are the worst.
No, I'm not going to find anything useful. I got like a 8.
But, I mean, if he's looking for
7.
herbs, wouldn't that be survivalism, though? Or survival?
Yeah, you can give me a survival. Either one.
Survival is better for me.
That's why I had to offer it to wisdom.
Nature or survival, whichever one's better.
Yeah, so then I roll. Yeah, I roll an 8. So not great.
Okay. You find some flower leaves that could be used for tea. That's about it.
Okay.
Tea is nice. Tea is great.
I'll just cook it up, offer it to the camp, whatever.
Anybody take him up on the offer?
Oh yeah, of course.
Wait,
We're used to this kind of thing. He doesn't even ask me. He just hands me a cup, and I enjoy it.
Okay.
By the way, I'm actually curious. Both Bonsai and Archangel, give me a perception roll. I'm just curious.
Perception?
Yeah,
What? Huh? What's going on?
I'm just curious.
Apparently Steven's taking over.
Well, for a little bit.
21 total.
Okay. What about you?
I've got a 4.
Are you trying
Okay,
to
well,
see
you're completely fucking oblivious, but Frath here happens to notice that, you know, my character might not be human.
Yeah, okay.
Or anything like human.
I mean, you are 6'5".
I mean, besides, well, so are you. You're like 6'6", if I remember correctly.
6'6".
Yeah, you're taller than the one who has not shown her face at all.
I'm just saying.
So I was curious if you guys noticed some things. You probably notice a little bit of like pointed bits under the cowl and things like that. So you know.
Is it cold out?
Yeah, it's cold out. You know, because that's how it. No, I mean like on the head bits and shoulder bits and things like that.
Yes.
I have shoulder titties.
On the
Let's
front
just say
bits,
that.
we get it. It's cool.
Right. I was just curious if you guys had noticed anything, other than the fact that I'm a character that's gigantic and in a robe.
I'm sure my character notices, but again, it could not matter less
Right.
to him.
I was just curious because it could be important. You never know. Anyways, so yeah, again, takes the tea, enjoys the tea. We're gonna of course have, watch. Watch will be happening at some point.
All right, I'm gonna go into the tent or bed or whatever and go do some reading. So
I would like to scout ahead.
Okay. You don't need any rest at all, or are you okay with?
I can only do half a night's rest and I'll be fine.
Okay. All right. Actually, okay. Doing a scout. Go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Stealth roll, alright.
Yeah.
There we go. I got an 18
Okay.
plus 6.
How far ahead are you?
Yeah.
All right. So okay. Let's see. We'll say you're an hour out. You've been slowly walking out through the night. And you notice a party of 4 kobolds sitting around a fire. They're completely oblivious to you.
oh, goddamn kobolds! Always
They're
They're the worst.
They're actually behind a hill next to the road. They've got their fire set up in a little depression. You can't really see the smoke at all, but you were able to find them. And you think that... give me an insight. Or actually... Nah, you just know that they're kind of set up and they're looking to attack anybody along the road.
Okay. So I'm curious, what do you do when you see a obvious bandit of kobolds?
So, how close am I to them?
It was an hour out, he said.
Yeah, so you're an hour away from the camp. You yourself, you are about 40 yards away when you notice them.
Okay, so I don't engage them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really just trying to see what kind of equipment they have and what kind of armor they have, if they can run fast, that kind of thing. I'm scouting. All of the scouting things will happen.
Yeah. It looks like you can see a pile of stones that you think would be for slings, and you can see several spears that are they're short spears that are all stacked up. Their end is sticking up as they're in the ground, so they can just be picked up and stabbed into people from where they're at right there.
Do they have anything flammable close to the fire?
Well, there's a stack of wood about 5 feet away from it. They're kind of they're eating food around the fire.
He's gonna try and solo these guys. I can feel it. I'm looking forward to murder.
No, I'm actually just gonna take note of the surroundings, and I'll fall back to safe distance and wait for everyone else to catch up.
Well,
Okay.
we're camping for the night, so I'm not sure why that would happen.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know that they're all sleeping. You're doing a scout ahead while.
Yeah, you're scouting during the evening. Like we're set up for camp, so we're not going to be joining you until later. You probably want to tell us that you're going to be sitting there. Because we're not going to know otherwise. We're going to just be like, well, that motherfucker left. I guess he didn't want the money, kind of thing.
Well, fair enough, I guess.
Unless you said something before you left.
No,
I mean,
I was actually just gonna wait on the way there till you guys caught up after you slept.
Oh,
Okay,
and like,
that works too, I suppose, but-
warn the group or something, or
Exactly before you run into them.
oh, that makes sense. Okay.
It seems more, more. Well, I mean, it's your choice.
Well, I was gonna fall back and wait to make sure I could keep an eye on them in case
Yeah,
they
you
move.
don't know
Well,
if they'll move, if they'll set up during the day or something.
Sleep. You will need to rest. So
Yes, so I've already rested the night, half the night, and then I went scouting.
Okay.
Oh, I see. So you're doing that in the morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, so the question again is, did you mention this to somebody whoever's on watch before you went out? Because that's kind of important.
No, I just kind of wander off.
Oh, great.
We're,
So we're gonna be like, that motherfucker left. And,
we're not
okay.
really a team yet. We're just people to hang out. Sort
We're
of.
not that drunk. Sorry.
Speaking of not being that drunk, cheers to everybody.
Cheers.
I control all of your minds.
All right. So I
Um,
suppose does the night finish off uneventfully?
Yes, the night does finish off uneventfully.
Okay. As we all rouse, we notice we're missing a party member. Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Do we have to roll perception?
I don't think we need to, honestly, but you know.
Oh, we changed
1,
maps.
2, 4.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're good.
Oh no. We're to a different this is too scary for me.
I mean, if once I don't notice that he's there, I'd probably go to each person in turn and be like, does anybody know where Eladriel is?
I nope.
I guess if I didn't see him go, I don't, right? Or can I roll perception for that now?
If you notice.
Can I roll perception for that now?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a perception. We'll see if you noticed him leaving.
Yeah, my character was taking the first couple of watches, so she wouldn't have noticed.
You get a 10.
I got 12 total.
Alright, yeah, so you did notice him walk away during the night.
Okay. Yeah, he got up and left.
Did he say why?
I didn't ask. I figure he was done.
Did you see where he went?
Down the road further.
Okay. So after packing stuff up, my character's going to be very clearly looking out for him in case it's some sort of weird trap or something like that.
Okay. So after you guys have been walking, where is our...
Oh, he fell over. On his head.
Yes.
Combat time!
So after you guys have been walking for about an hour, you guys are still on the road. What happens here? So you guys are walking,
I'm not sure.
and Eladriel, I take it you are looking at the road, waiting for people to show up.
I am. So I'm perched in the shrubs, and as they start walking by, I'll just throw a small rock in front of them.
Okay.
Okay!
It's just like
Hello, Mr. Rock.
Somebody's
What do you
attacking
mean?
us! Are you using a stealth roll of some kind? I'm assuming you are.
I'm wondering if there's like a bird is like pooped.
Well,
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I roll perception here,
Yep.
and I go ahead
So-
and get myself.
so the
a,
thing is that I don't just want to like jump out, and be like, "Here I am," and then get a couple arrows and it'll spears at me.
There's
You guys get a
kobolds.
little twinge.
Right. No,
I
I get that. So I'm gonna go ahead and say I got a 21 on my perception to see where that arrow came from.
It wasn't an arrow.
Okay.
Or sorry, rock. Sorry, you said arrows, and I got arrow in my head. Rock, wherever the rock is.
Okay, so you noticed it came from the side of the road.
Okay.
So I see her looking, and I wave her over.
Okay.
All right, somebody.
I'm gonna go ahead and assume.
I'm gonna act confused about the hand waving out of a bush.
That's okay. I did not wink at you. There was no winking. It was just a come over here.
Come hither.
Or I may have just told you to steal third. I'm not sure.
Right. So I mean, I'm going to go ahead and assume that your intentions are normal, and I rolled decently to check that. So
All right. So we spot.
So yeah, I definitely spot him, and notice that he's being like that. So I'm going to do some sneakiness to over where he's at, just in case there's something he's obviously trying to hide from. I got a natural fucking 20.
Nice. Okay, so you are not noticed as you walk over.
Right. So I'm gonna go over to fucking here.
Fucking here.
Yeah, to fucking here.
All right. I'm gonna follow.
I don't remember how to rotate this.
If you hold it up and you Q or E or mouse click or mouse wheel.
Oh, sorry.
Stop slamming me. There we go.
Yeah, you're slamming it, boy.
Alright, anyway, so I move over there and I obviously do it quietly, somehow, magically. Don't ask me how the fuck I did it quietly in scale mail, but I did it quietly.
What does Frath do?
Yeah, I guess I'll head over.
Okay.
But I'm not really going to bother doing it quietly. Just going to walk.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
Alright. So
Great!
I'm
my answer to that.
I'm keeping my voice down, and I just look at them as they're approaching, and I go, "Fall over there."
For what?
There's 4 kobolds. They've got long range, which looks like they're going to be throwing rocks with slings. They've got spears, and they were camped out just over that. Was it ridge or hill? Was it? They were on the other, right on the other side of the hill.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and, of course, look. I'm assuming that when he's pointing it out, I don't have to make a perception roll, and I see some of these things.
Yeah, you see. So there's several trees. There's a little hill. And...
Well, I can't see it because of your fog of war, but.
Okay. So you see several trees. Oh, there's another fog of war there. I didn't realize that. Okay.
All right, so we see some trees.
And you see a hill.
It's a shame that elevation's not easy to create in this.
Yeah. Okay. So you go up the hill. Are you going to go up the hill?
I mean, with my 20 fucking stealth, I might as well.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you head up the hill to about here. You're at the crest of the hill.
Okay.
You see what looks like a fire, like a campsite that has been abandoned.
Okay, so it's been abandoned. Okay.
Yeah, you don't see anybody here anymore, but it definitely looks like there were people. There was a fire. There was a fire pit. There's still.
Holy shit! Another natural 20 to see if they're still around, but hiding somewhere else.
You know, we were talking about people cheating.
Right? I'm
I can show you on my camera if you
hold on.
really want.
Is nobody else worried about this forest fire?
No, there's no forest fire. It's just
Oh.
it's like a fire.
But did they
It's a
properly
fire that's been
extinguish
stamped
it,
out, I'm
Cameron?
assuming.
They didn't
Cameron,
properly.
did they sprinkle and stir?
No, they
Sprinkle
did
and
not
stir so that the coals get extinguished? Because I learned
No,
that.
but
Smokey the
it's,
Bear is pissed.
it does look like there is some maybe some pieces of old food that were just dropped really quickly. That's,
Okay.
Can we
But
do
still,
a check and see
again-
how long it's been since they left? Perception or
Well,
something?
before I go and investigate that kind of thing, again, I'm looking around. Is there kobolds in some of the bushes?
You do not see any.
Okay, so with a natural 20, that's pretty awesome. But I don't know that as a character. But I'm gonna go back to the team and say that it doesn't look like they're still there. But it might be worth investigating to see where they went. And then, of course, meander that direction. Less worried about stealth.
All right.
And go
Does
investigate
everybody
things.
else do that as well?
I follow, but I stay back a bit.
Okay. Go ahead. Move yourself.
Right about here.
So what kind of role is it to investigate how long we're expecting these motherfuckers to have been here?
Well,
kind of thing?
survival would tell you how long they've been gone, possibly.
That'd be 14.
Okay. It looks like there were people here really, really recently.
Okay.
You can see tracks that people were running out of here.
So does it look like? Can I see where the tracks went?
They
Angle-wise?
went up the hill towards the road.
Do any of us suspect that this is a Coban bush?
Yes, which is why I'm being so careful.
This way, Fig. Do you see that arrow?
I do see that arrow. That arrow is awesome.
Okay.
Okay,
so where's everybody else? Can people please identify where they have moved to at this point?
I'm just gonna stay here, but I'd kind of like to just look around, roll perception or something.
Where
I'm gonna be off to the left.
You're way back,
side of the
Okay.
campsite. I'll be like there.
So
Still near the road, sort of watching.
Hold on, we're like a Scooby-Doo episode. We're all just gonna split up and do this thing. All right.
Josh, what's your passive perception?
Is that my bonus or my actual skill? Because I think it's like...
I think it includes your bonus, honestly.
And proficiency, or no?
Yeah, and the proficiency.
Yes.
I looked at that for like days and found that it sounds like it, yes.
So my passive bonus is 4, and the proficiency is 2. So
Okay.
I guess it would be 6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Okay. All right. Please roll initiative.
Ha!
Dang it.
I'll go ahead and
That's
roll
a
initiative
D20.
for when it comes up. But yeah, then plus your dex mod, if you have any extra things.
Plus dex, okay.
Yes, plus dex.
Cool. I have a 19.
Okay. Everybody else, please, as well.
Yeah, I got an 18.
For initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I'll see about getting that on the screen here.
What's the, where the fuck is initiative? Oh, plus 2. I got 6.
I got... Hold on, I got 6... Where the fuck is it? It's plus your initiative mod.
Which is generally just your dex mod.
Yeah,
unless you have
just your-
something bonusing
Oh, so I got a 12.
Okay. And Fig, what did you get?
it. 18.
18. All right. And Josh, you got a 19?
19.
Okay. All right. So Josh, as you are standing there, 4 stones just get launched your direction, and one of them just biffs off a tree next to you. What's your armor?
Let's see. So I have a... Sorry, I gotta find... I think I have chainmail. I don't remember. I think I end up having like a 16 AC. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I think it's either 16 or it's 14.
If you have chainmail on at 16, if you have a 2 dex mod.
I have a 4 dex mod.
Okay.
Yeah, but I believe chainmail reduces it down, if I remember correctly.
Well, let's go with 16 for the sake of this, and then.
So one of the stones hits you on your arm, and your arm just goes numb. And one of the stones actually hits you in a shoulder, and it really, really hurt.
Okay.
You just took 8 points of damage.
Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Real fast, I'm sorry. What was the 2 initiatives that we had besides Gerhalte and myself?
6.
Devin 6, Ed 12, and if you want to track the kobolds, I'm doing them all the same at 2.
Okay, so they're technically last, but they're going first because they have ambush. Got it.
They had surprise round.
Have I noticed this is happening?
You are on.
I don't know.
There
how
is
big
a
this is gonna be.
there is a ridge right here.
Sweet.
So am I on the bottom or the top of it?
You're kind of right on the edge of the top, so you would have heard the stones clacking off the trees,
Okay.
and you would be called over here. Let me see. Sorry, fixing a few things before, and like that, and like that. Alright, so let's get all the fog of war is done, and starting at the top. Josh, what are you doing? You do after you just got all those rocks thrown at you, your attention was drawn down to the south, and you do see 4 kobolds amongst the trees on the far side, up on a hill on the other side.
Oh, okay, so north is
Sorry.
towards my side, where I am. Yep, okay.
There's my terribly drawn north arrow, and we also have. This is actually a hill.
So I'm gonna yell and alert everyone who hasn't been alerted.
Okay.
That I've been hit. And I think for now, what I'm gonna do is probably go behind a tree and heal myself.
Okay. So you'll use your move to go behind the tree to give yourself some cover, and then you'll try to heal.
Yeah, and let me pull up really quick what my yeah. So I'll cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay. I don't think you actually need to roll on that one because
it's a 1d8 of healing though.
Yeah, but the healing is something you roll.
But I don't need to roll a hit.
Yeah.
I just get healed.
Yeah.
Sorry?
No, go on.
So I heal 3 points. So hang on, I gotta look at how much actual health I had. So I was down 8 and I healed 3. Okay, so I'm down 5 currently, and I think that's my turn.
Okay. Moving on down, Fig. What do? You heard some stones.
Him say that.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly on this map how far I can move, but my immediate action would be to.
So each square is 5 feet. I believe your move is 30.
I can't actually see the squares.
Yeah, there's no
squares.
For me.
You can't see the grids?
Yeah, I can't see the grid either.
See the grid.
Okay. It's supposed to be
You can set the grid up, that's great, but I mean, I'm happy to have you move my character. I don't really care.
Okay.
But the other thing is, like, I mean, you said there's a hill. Am I on the bottom or the lower? Like, am I low or
so
high on
the line that I've drawn is the crest of the hill. You are at the bottom. You're in a goal.
So I actually can't see where the enemies are.
No, you can't.
Okay. So at that point, I would try and move towards where he's at, because I can't see the enemies. So that would be my move action.
3,
essentially.
4, 5, 6 would put you right next to him.
And at that point, I'm assuming I see them, but I mean,
you might want to be behind a cover for now.
I didn't know they were there, so I moved to
So,
where
I mean,
to
you
your
could
side,
go-
basically.
Oh,
Is the idea?
You could be next to him right here and still.
Yeah. The point is, I move up to where he's at, and then I assume I'm seeing them at that point.
Yes.
I don't know if that was a full round action, but if it isn't, then could I shoot the short bow that I have?
You would be able to shoot the short bow.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take target. I'm assuming. Let's see. Probably this guy, just because he's the closest.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and take that short bow action, and just to make this faster, I'll throw the dice roll for that. Okay. 14 to hit.
You hit.
Okay, so the damage would be 5.
So you shoot it, and the arrow just hits it in the chest, and it just falls over backwards. And it's twitching a leg, but it's not really moving otherwise.
nice.
Cool.
So
Fighter for the win.
let's see. Bam.
Oh, that's adorable. Look at him. He was like,
I love that. Like, you actually, like, he fell over and everything. Look at this shit, guys. Look at that. He's, like, on the ground.
he is
The
like,
software's great. Alright, anyways.
Okay. Next up, Ed.
How
Arkangeloflite.
far is... Oh, the guy who just
Where
fell
are you
over.
even at?
That guy was
you're
from
over
your
there.
spot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So he was about 60 feet away.
Okay, so... I guess I don't even... Do I have line of sight to this guy?
He is kind of in cover, but the one to the other side of him,
This guy?
yeah, you could see him clearly.
Would my longbow reach?
Longbow, I do not know. Let's
Let's
check.
I believe it should,
It,
without
yeah,
question.
it's 100.
Should be even in the range increment of 1.
Okay,
yeah.
then yeah, you'd be able to hit him if
Easily.
you roll.
I would like to shoot him.
Go ahead and try.
All right, here we go. D20.
Yes.
Yeah, you roll. So to roll a hit, it's going to be the D20 plus your Dex mod plus your proficiency, because I assume you're proficient in your weapon.
Roger. All right, let's see. So D20. Oh fuck! I got a 3 plus a 4.
Plus your proficiency of 2, so that's an extra 6.
So you
Yeah.
hit a 9.
9.
So you shoot at it, and the arrow kind of just like hits the ground in front of him. You kind of needed to aim a little bit better. You needed to get the range a little bit better because it looks like they're going up a hill, so you didn't quite hit.
Okay.
Do you want to move at all?
Yes, I'd like to. Let's see. Can I move? Well, that's not going to work. Hold on. I would like to move here? Wait.
Okay, we're gonna cluster the fuck up.
No, I'm.
You're kind of at the edge of what you can move. You're also on the lower end of the hill, so you wouldn't have it in sight.
Okay. So I want to move here then.
Okay, yeah, that's perfectly within your range. Go for that.
No, right. That works.
There you go.
I'm
All right.
behind a tree.
Next up, Frath. What does Frath do?
Shoo.
Can I even see anything that's going on?
So give me a perception. You hear like rocks going. You heard an arrow be shot. You just saw Ladriel run out and hide behind a tree in front of you.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can see a kobold off in the distance over here. Do you see that?
How far away am I?
You are quite a distance away. You're roughly about 100 feet away.
100 feet? Okay. Would it take my... Can you see lines that I draw?
Yeah.
Okay. How much would it... Could I run to this and still have an action or no?
You could double move to get there. Your single move...
His action?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to. Your single move could take you about here. And
Can I
you'd
make
be
it
in
to this tree then?
Yeah, you can make it there.
Okay,
That's
let's
fine.
go there.
This reminds me of more like Warhammer without the grid.
I know, it's great. I kind of... Dude, this system is great. I love it.
I wish I wish you guys could see the grid.
I'm surprised that we can. I wonder if there's a setting that we can turn on.
Yeah, we can probably play with it after
let me
this
just-
stream.
Because
See,
it's
there's a
supposed
grid.
to be there.
There's a grid. There's a grid. I don't say grid.
Don't breathe.
Yeah, because
It's fine.
Show
We'll
lines.
tweak with it later.
Yeah. All right. Then that is it. Then it's the kobolds round.
Wait, that was my whole turn just moving?
Well, are you gonna try to attack? Sorry.
If they're 90 feet, I could use Entangle on them.
Yeah, you could definitely hit the one you see straight ahead.
Just the well, and then it has a 20-foot radius around that. Would it hit the other? Either of the others?
radius would go to... Oh, not what I meant to do.
Just tell me to move him.
The radius would go to here. A 20-foot radius or 20-foot diameter?
Pretty sure it said radius. Let me see. Entangle. From the ground at a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. Sorry.
Okay, so starting... putting the corner or the center, does it say?
It does not say.
I would assume it's from the center.
Yeah, that would be my
Okay.
guess.
So then this is going to be your range that you could hit. If
So
you
not quite.
you could point it if you pointed it here,
I can hit
you
both
could
of them.
then get you could get here.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, let's
I
do
love
that.
Entangle. It's like my favorite druid spell.
Yeah, that's why I took it. Entangle's infinitely
The
useful.
bestest thing in the bestest.
So what do
Okay.
I roll for... Okay, what do I roll to cast in this one?
This is where
I think Entangle is
is it just a save?
I think it's a save on their part.
Yeah, looking for that. Which
It's
does it
page
say what to save?
239.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I know, like I said, Entangle isn't something he has to cast in like a... He doesn't have a difficulty unless he's in some sort of conflict that would cause
Yeah,
him
it
to have to
doesn't say
concentrate.
anything about any of
But
that.
they have a save to not take the entanglement aspect.
Must succeed on a strength saving throw or be
There you go.
restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends, which is concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay. And
So yeah, basically they have a strength roll or be snared.
okay, I'm just double checking. All right. What's your spellcasting ability and proficiency bonus in that spell? That's actually going to set the DC.
How does all of that work?
I think it's caster level plus your proficiency bonus.
Yes,
if I had to
that's
guess,
it.
But
Caster level plus proficiency. So
I don't even
your
see where
proficiency-
caster level is on my sheet, though.
Well,
You're
your
a
level is
caster level
1.
1.
Okay. And
And your
then...
it's a 3.
proficiency is 2, so they have to be at a 13. And nope. And ooh, one of them did get out.
So is there some cool way we can like identify which ones are snared?
Yes.
They're the ones
I
wrapped in
love it.
vines?
I hope there's an ensnared fucking icon thing that you can create.
No, it would be really cool to have
Oh, you mean on the
icons over the
tabletop?
top.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can actually see it, the green thing.
Oh, wow,
That's great.
yeah.
I just
fucking
colored them
awesome.
green. So yes,
Nice.
these two are
Perfect.
ensnared, and one of them is not.
That actually looks great. That's
Oh, dude,
fantastic.
I'm super stoked to be able to see this sort of stuff on a like thing.
Okay,
Oh, this is exciting.
so
Okay,
now
now it's their turn.
Kobold's turn. Do any of you speak Draconic?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I speak a little, like words and phrases.
Okay.
He could tell them to go fuck their mothers.
I'm just gonna insult
Alright.
them.
So actually,
So Cameron, just so you know, like this, when I say I speak Draconic, like it's not an actual language, but because of some of the background I have, I do know enough vocabulary. It's like high school or like early college level, where I
Okay.
can't really talk fluently, but like I can say simple things. I can tell you how to cook a recipe in
Okay.
simple Draconic.
all
He
right.
knows how to cook.
So
You may also know a few choice curse words.
Sure.
Alright. Then what?
So that's more of like a GM's or DM's choice sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
What you hear as this one runs away and just disappears over the hill is that, let's see, you hear, let me see, kobold voice.
I love it.
Dragon Lady Render needs help. She needs to know. And he doesn't even listen to the others. And they're just screaming for help as they're just caught and stuck, and they can't do anything at all. They're just trying to get away, and they fail their strength checks to get out, and they're just grappling with the entangled vines. That's all of it for their turn.
Nice. Well done, sir.
nice.
Does Entangle have any damage component on it at all?
No,
I don't
no,
believe
that's,
so, no.
If it does exist in this version, it would be called Briar Web
Okay.
for when there's damage involved.
Yeah, no,
It's a
that's
higher
not a
level.
thing.
But yeah, so there's no damage; they're just held, which is great because this means we can charge those assholes. Anyways, okay,
Yeah.
so I believe next we have Josh.
Yes. So
How many-
they are completely wrapped up. They're being held down, and they are actively struggling against these vines that grew out of the ground to hold.
So
them
from
in
my
place.
perspective, they attacked me first. Like
Yes,
normally I wouldn't just attack someone, but I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna move towards them. So let's see. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So I can move.
You could get to about here.
Yeah.
You
that's what I was
grabbed me. I love it.
Yeah,
thinking.
he is right here, so he could get here.
Steven
Alright.
Craig is drunk. I know, dude. I was like flipping all over the place.
Hold on, just a second. Sorry, I gotta look at my. Yeah. So I'll move up to there, Cameron.
Okay.
Actually, hang on just a second. Let me plan something out. Yeah, okay, so it only hit the one. And I will cast Thunderwave.
Okay.
Yeah, Thunderwave, motherfuckers.
So I will, let's see, it is
Pika,
a
pika.
it's a 15-foot cube, so it won't hit the second one. And what is the hit? Each creature must make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. So you probably have a 13, I take it, on your.
It's gonna be the same thing unless he has some sort of
Yeah.
special feat or something.
My Constitution is
Not your Constitution.
Your
it's based off
spell, your proficiency plus your caster level.
theirs, which at this point is still 13.
oh okay.
Okay. So they have to do what and what?
So
If they fail, what happens?
They make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take 2d8 of thunder damage, and they're pushed 10
damn.
feet away from me. On a save, they only take half of it, and they aren't pushed.
Okay, so you're trying to hit both of them, or
No, I don't think they're... The other one is not within a 15-foot... I can only hit the one.
Okay, what's the cast range on it?
It's a 15-foot cube originating from you, so I can't.
Okay,
hit
yeah,
them.
yeah. So you can only hit that guy.
Yep.
So he actually he passes it. He passes the save, so he takes
Half
1d8
damage.
A d8. Okay.
plus anything else, or just a d8.
Just a d8. So he takes 4 damage. In addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed back 10 feet, and the spell emits a thunderous boom, audible for 300 feet.
So the
Alright.
dead one gets knocked away.
Well,
The
yeah.
dead one gets knocked away.
And the other one might be scared. I don't know. Depending
Dead
on...
one gets knocked away.
Yep.
I love the flick action. It's so good.
All right.
Where did he go? He actually fell off the map. So
Yeah, he's in the middle of the road almost. There you go.
all right, there we go.
So that's gonna knock him back, I believe, 10 feet as well.
Yeah.
No. It's
No,
only
no.
if he does. It's only
Only
if he
if he fails.
doesn't pass.
Oh, I thought you said it happened even with it. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So okay. I've done my action. And
He looks
I think
really
that's it.
hurt and really scared and looks like he is pleading for his life. And you hear, no,
Yeah.
no.
I'm gonna say-
no,
I'm gonna
please,
say-
please, mighty one. And are you saying anything on your turn?
Yeah. I'm gonna say bye bye, motherfucker. in Draconic, because I know how to say that.
Nice. So the only one that gets to understand that is me. Great.
Oh,
No. The kobold's sort of like right. They
Oh,
know.
well, the kobold, of course, gets it. But
And he just gets a stricken look on his face.
I hear that, and I'm very confused by the hip gyration he's doing.
nice.
Okay,
Okay.
so for reference, you guys all know my character is 6'6" and skinny, so I'm like this like stilt walker basically. So 6'6", super tall, super skinny dude.
Yeah,
Just so
and-
you're aware.
And again,
And green.
I'm 6'5" and like bulky as fuck. So you know.
So,
Okay. So that being said, just grow him.
maybe.
I love it. So
Next
I am assuming
is fake.
I don't know how charge actions work, but I kind of want to. So we might have to look that up. I didn't see anything in the PHB. That might be in the. It might be in there somewhere, but I only did like a quick rudimentary check.
The only place. So if it's a charge, it might be something your class does.
I didn't see anything. Well, it's not in the class, that's for sure. At least for.
Okay,
for
the only other place that I saw that was in combat, and it was with mounted combat.
Oh, okay. So there's probably not any
So,
special things. I assume I can't. Well, with a 10-foot reach on my glaive, can I still hit one of those if I moved in the action?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would be able to. You could get. Yeah, well, yeah, you could get right next to Josh, and that would be in a 10-foot.
But you know what? Actually, I'm going to, considering that I heard what he said, I would like to use Intimidate to try and make him yield. Like
the
drop his
kobold.
weapons. Yeah, make the kobold yield.
Okay.
Sorry.
Go ahead and give me an intimidate.
I can do that. It's a 14. Actually, no, I have Intimidate as a proficiency. Sorry, 15 or 16.
Okay, and he needs to do the opposition. Yeah, he looks at you and drops his weapon. And do you have your hood still on?
That I probably would have taken the robe off because of combat.
All right, he looks at you, drops the weapon, and then he says, "Oh, great dragon, save me, save me, save me!" And that, but he's still actually like bound to the ground.
Has he dropped
hasn't
weapons and things like that?
Yeah, he dropped his.
Okay, so I'm gonna forego my next action to secure him with like some rope or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually feel bad for the kobold now.
No, I literally I'm securing the kobold.
Okay. All right, so that's what you're gonna do for your turn.
Yeah, I mean the
Okay.
majority of the rest of my turn.
Give me a survival roll. Why not?
Sure.
I see you trying to
That'd
flip
be
the table.
a
Oh, it was
17.
an accident. I didn't even mean to.
All right. Yeah, you've tied him up. There's some plants that are in the way, but yeah, he's pretty tied up right now.
Well, at this point, I'm going to be over his fucking like person, so I'm not worried about it.
Okay. Now there's still one more kobold in the back.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
That fucker can come and try and take some of this.
Eladriel, it is your turn.
So, I'd like to move closer and take a shot at that guy.
Okay, go for it.
I hate you.
Christ. I've got a
Teabagging the kobold.
of a 6 plus 4 plus 2, so 12.
All right.
You hit. Go ahead and do your damage.
Oh, dang it. I landed
So
on the
1d10.
Yeah.
7.
Okay. You actually shoot the arrow right through his face.
Woo!
And just go ahead, and he dies. So
How do you like that?
oh, you guys are officially out of combat.
Woo! All right,
those
out of
kobolds
combat
that
has
ran away.
happened.
You do also have a rather hurt kobold that is tied up and is pretty close to dying. Are you going to do anything with them, or?
So
I
after
slit his throat.
no, you don't.
No, don't slit his throat.
So after the other one's down, at this point, I'm going to look at Yazata and say, "Can you make sure that he doesn't die from the wounds that he's taken? I want to talk to him."
Yeah, I should have another heal.
Well, I mean, you don't have to necessarily heal. You could just use like herbalism or anything like that. I just want to make
Yeah,
sure. that he's
yeah,
stable.
sure. I'll toss him a healing potion.
No,
I
don't
have
heal him, just
medicine
stabilize
and a
him.
herbalism kit.
Well, he's not dead. He's just.
I mean, he's not dying as
So
far as
how
I know.
about
I'm just
this?
saying,
How
I'm like
about
my
this?
character
So I
in
will-
character
I will
is asking him to
staunch.
do
I
that.
will staunch the bleeding
Right.
and make
That's
sure
basically
there's
what
a
I'm
poultice of herbs or something to at least get him like somewhat stabilized.
All right. So he gains a hit point back, and he's
not
now
gonna die.
he's not going to die. Period. He's not even.
Right. Again, in character thing, she wants to make sure he's not dying.
Yep, sure.
Camp-
And I'm totally fine
Trying
with
to make
that.
him happy.
Right, and then immediately afterwards, she's going to look at him and say, "Who sent you? Why did you attack my group?"
I guess I should start heading over there now, yeah?
Yeah,
could.
I mean we're out of combat, so
Right.
we're just all in a group together. You've got 2 corpses that are laying on the ground. It's actually more over here-ish, and this guy over here. The vines are no longer there.
But again, she's just going to ask, "Who sent you? Why did you attack my group?" In Draconic, even, because at this point you can all see that this character is actually a Dragonborn. She's very much so humanoid dragon.
Yeah.
Oh, the secret is out.
I know, right?
Dragon Lady sent us to get gold. We needed gold. They sent us here. So many friends. We got separated. Yeah, we needed to get gold for Dragon Lady.
Is he a
My ears
kobold
are
or
going
is
to
he
perk up
Rain
at the
Man?
words dragon and lady.
Who is this Dragon Lady? Does she have a name?
Just Lady Redmer.
Okay,
We should write that down before everybody forgets.
I just did.
Can we ask the kobolds if she likes to hand out cards?
That's actually kind of an interesting question.
No, just pain. Pain and food.
Well,
Is
we
she the
didn't draw
one
that
causing
card,
trouble
but-
in town name I don't remember?
We were up north. That's where everybody else was.
So that's a vaguely
same
no
lady.
answer.
What is it? Spragghast that ran away. He was our navigator. He sucked. He couldn't even read the stars.
Fucking kobolds.
I don't even remember the other 2 names. Yeah,
I don't need the names of them. I'm wondering if the town that we are going towards is the place that they happen to have come from.
Splurgy and Gunther.
we were supposed to be north. We're not. I don't know where I am.
Can I search the corpses?
I was wondering when you were going to ask that.
Yeah.
Somebody always asks to roll the corpses. It's just a thing that has to happen.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want to roll them. I would like to search them.
No. Hold up. I do like the idea of muzzling him and making him a pack mule and naming him Ratbag. That actually has a lot of appeal to me.
So the funny thing is, the next action I was about to take was to simply say that my character would look at him and say that I'm taking you under my
Your wing?
not under my wing, but what is the word I'm looking for?
Servitude?
I'm taking you under as a prisoner of war until I say otherwise. You're bound to me. Do you believe, or will you swear fealty at least until I bring you to a place?
Now you're my
we can ransom
bitch.
you?
I slit his throat.
No, you don't.
Do you get food? Do you protect me from the others?
You
I
just
slit
say,
his
hold
throat.
my pocket, bitch.
Basically, yeah, I'm saying hold my pocket, but the thing is, like, I will make sure that your well-being is undertaken until I see fit that you will be released.
The throat slitting. It's a hard time.
Okay, give me a persuasion.
Persuasion. Haha, I don't know if I have that, but that's okay. Is that... Oh, it is a persuasion. Haha! That's gonna
We'll
be
have
a
to make
9.
him, like, fall on a spike.
A 9.
Yeah, I got a shitty roll there.
He accepts.
I'm going to go ahead and listen exactly to what he says. Does he swear an oath, or does he just say, "Oh, sure"?
He swears an oath. You're not quite too sure what he swore to. He was talking so quickly, and he just kept looking around as everybody else was just. Eladrin was giving him some beady eyes and was playing with his knife, and he was really, really scared. So he was kind of mumbling as he was swearing the oath. But you think he wants to be alive.
Perfect. That's mostly what I want.
Okay.
And at that point, unfortunately, we're a little bit over schedule at this point because it's about 20 minutes after the time. So I think that we should go ahead and start wrapping this guy up.
Yeah, we're really close. They were searching corpses. I have to check one thing really.
Yeah.
quick.
So go ahead and let's run through that stuff, and then we'll start moving out towards closing this session up, guys.
I have to check something about. No. Somebody roll me D100. Give me a
100?
percentile. Give me a percentile.
I give you a
Percentile
percentile.
dice right here.
40.
Okay.
40. All right. On the 2 dead kobolds, you guys find you find 2 daggers and 2 slings and some basic food stuff for kobolds. Not anything you would ever deign to eat.
Somebody recording that?
Well, my character doesn't have any care for that, so no.
Yeah. So if anybody wants to take 2 daggers and 2 slings, they're not worth very much. But
I
you-
took
probably
the
should be
kobold
quality.
food.
okay. You can add that to your inventory. It's about 3 days supply of kobold food.
Might feed an animal.
I mean,
if, he ever gets a
if
companion.
no one is going to take the weapons, I'm gonna take them just for the sake of taking them.
Right.
Eddie, are you?
No,
Are you
I'm
gonna take
gonna
anything?
kill that kobold.
Murder! Murder!
So is anyone else taking stuff? Because otherwise, I'm just gonna.
No,
take the weapons.
my character has no use for any of that.
Exactly.
Go for it. It's too,
Well, I mean, I'm
it's
just
dead
gonna
weight
take
for
him
me.
just to pawn him off or throw him at people, like, you know. And I don't really care. I'll split the gold or whatever. Like, I'm just gonna grab him for.
They're
the
going to be
money.
worth like 2 or 3 gold.
Yeah, my character literally
No,
couldn't care less about any of
my
that.
guy may develop an affection for traps.
Okay.
There's a very, very strong likelihood that my character is going to develop an affection for traps.
We are not playing Scooby-Doo here.
We are playing Scooby-Doo.
All right. So anything else with this encounter that we need to know about?
No, that is it. I will work out experience for this thus far.
Yeah, I mean that's not.
Okay,
super
no,
important
I have a really serious question. Does D&D experience start at 0 or does it start
Yes.
at 1?
You,
Start at 0.
Okay, good.
It's kind of important. I get it, but you start at 0.
you guys all get 1 experience.
Yeah.
Oh my God! 1 experience. Writing that the fuck down right now.
Dang it!
Oh no.
I'll have to figure out how much you guys have gotten though.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean that's
Um,
not super important. We can get that later.
I do have
okay.
a question. Do you guys want to get experience as we go with encounters, or would you like to do milestone where we get to a certain point and we all level up?
for the sake
interesting.
of bookkeeping, milestones seems a better way to go. But that's just my personal preference.
I don't even remember what the levels are. So when
I
you
don't know
think
what the
we've
difference
hit,
is.
when you think we've hit level, like, because you're saying like we all level up sort of like we hit X and we get like 10,000 XP or whatever, and that probably
Basically, you level up on a milestone. Is what I'm
Right.
getting at.
Yeah.
Right. That's easier for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's if we hit more encounters, if we do it as we go, you will level up faster. But I'll just keep track and I'll see where we're at. And if we're at a
sounds
point
good.
where you guys would level up, I'll probably just bump you then. So
Okay.
Cool.
I'll
Yep,
keep
that
Yeah,
track.
I think that's just
Like
easier than having us all keep track of everything individually, unless you're giving experience to each of us individually. But I think that generally I like to have everybody around the same level, so you might as well, if somebody does something awesome, give everybody a bonus, is the way I usually do it. But with all that being said, guys, I think that it's a good time to call this. So thank everybody so far for watching. We will be back next week. We're going to be doing this every Thursday until we feel like we should stop, or we finish the campaign, or we all die. That could also happen, I suppose.
Tragic bus accident. It was terrible.
Yeah, tragic bus accident for the win. But I had a lot of fun, so thank you all for following. I noticed we had a couple of extra people in there, and of course, big hearts to you guys, and all this fun. And we'll be back again, like I said, next week.
If you like what you saw, hit that follow button.
Follow button's always good, man. And of course, tomorrow we will be, with the Metagame Network, we'll be doing a retro night as I usually do. We're playing Final Fantasy V. It's really fun, exciting, and all the great stuff. And then we'll finishing out the week on Sunday with Divinity Original Sin, where we do some voice acting. That'll be myself and Bonsai up there.
Woo!
But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for stopping in. Thank you so much for following, and we'll see you next time.
Definitely.
Peace.
Peace,
slit
guys.
his throat.
If you do have anything else, we probably will stick it in chat for a little bit. Any questions or anything, more than happy to help out.
Yep. Lates.
Bye.